All right, guys. I'm going to show you how to kind of create assessments. We're not going to go too deep into it. I just want you to kind of be familiar with just the different areas of it. So, if we want to create an assessment, like a paper-based assessment that we're trying to turn into a Mastery Connect assessment, you would go here and click Add Assessment, and then what that's going to do for you is now we can go in and tie it into all the different subjects and title it. So, I could go in here and drop it down and say this is going to be a math assessment. It automatically populates your core. You have to say what class it's going to be. So you would go in, and for me, I can automatically put it to a class, or I can just scroll down. So you have the option here to put it directly into trackers. You can put it directly into curriculum maps, or you can just go ahead and create it before you assign it to anything, and just go ahead and let's say I'm going to do an algebra or eighth grade TEK or whatever you want to choose. Okay, so that's the class. This is not in any tracker. It's not in a curriculum app. This is going to be just a regular assessment that'll be found over the assessment tab once we're done, and you'll be able to apply it to the tracker or curriculum app. So now we need to go and select the standard. You can choose a multi-standard test, or you can choose the individual standard, let's say, that you're trying to get. Okay. If it's just one, choose that single standard. If it's more than one, you can go in here and click multi-standard. Okay. And then let's just say I'm having a chapter test. So we could call this chapter 1 for the title. One test. You could give a description if you wanted to list the TEKs out in there. Now for the source, this is where you can go in and you can upload a file. You can pull it from different places where you have it saved at. Okay. If you have an item bank that's already created, you'll be able to choose it from here. Now, I know the district or the school is purchasing the item bank for us, so we should have one when school. I don't know if we'll have it when school starts or a little bit later in the year. But the nice thing is you'll have a question bank that you can pull from. But right now we don't have that, so I'm going to go and I'm just going to say I'm going to upload a file. Um, so now that I have that, I have to go in here and choose a document. So I just need to choose any blank document here. So let me see if I have a blank document. Let's choose this. I think this is some of the TEKs or something. So I'm gonna hit that open. It'll be in here. You can actually upload Word documents, PDFs. You can kind of upload what you would like here. You can share it with the community. You can make it private to yourself. For the most part, I like to at least have it private to the district, or you can at least do it private to the school. For me, since this is just a generic one, I'm going to say it's just private to me for now, because I'm not really going to put anything in this. So now when we go in here, now I want to say how many questions I'm going to have. And this is where I get to choose. So let's say we're going to have 10 questions on this test or quiz. They're all going to be multiple choice. But this is where you can go in and say, hey, it'll be 10 multiple choice. Maybe it'll be 3 true and false. And you can go and add as many different types that you want to here. Okay, but we're going to stick with multiple choice. I'm going to click add. And then now it goes in and it gives me a bubble sheet. Okay. Now the bubble sheet for Mastery Connect is always 5 choices. You don't have to use them all. You can just use the A, B, C, and D when you're putting in your answers or giving or telling students that they can ignore E. Okay. The points, for the most part, I leave them like they are. I mean, unless you feel like one question is worth more than the others. Multiple choice, we're keeping that. And then the standards, you would just go in here. If it's a multi-standard, you would go in here and just kind of change your standards to whatever they need to be. Okay. Just do the drop down and choose them. Okay. And then from here, if you did want to tag it, school tags, I haven't really used this. So I'm not sure the difference between the district and the school tags. I haven't used that a whole lot lately. Okay. So now you would just go in and treat this like this is your answer key, and you would check all the answers as far as what's right and what's wrong. And then now from here, we know it's all multiple choice. We could add more questions if we wanted to. When we go in and we're doing the assessment for this, we want to go in and make sure that we're choosing that intervention grading. So that's where you would do 50% would be near mastery. So in this case, that would be 4. You could say 6 of these questions would be mastery 6 and greater. And then here you could say 1 is near mastery and one is mastery, if that's what you're doing. But you could go in here and you could put your scores in for this, okay? Once you've done this, and we'll talk more about the cut scores in a minute, but you would just go in here and click Create Assessment. And now it's going through, and you will have created an assessment. What did I load? Oh, wow, I loaded all the I can't statements. Okay, but you would have gone in and you would have created this assessment, and now you could go in and you could add it to trackers. You can go in and add it to your curriculum app. So there's a lot of different places that you could put this. Hopefully you're doing it in your curriculum app because you guys created this together as an assessment for your students. So anyway, this is just an example. We're not going to get into actually making these today. All we're going to focus on is just being able to search the community and pulling assessments from there today. Thanks.